Data Protection Impact Assessment, DPIA 101 for small organizations. Part 3. Steps in carrying out a DPIA. This simplified DPIA outlines 6 steps you can undertake to assess the risk in your data processing activities. The steps are as follows. Step 1. Data mapping. First, map out all the data you process, listing a description of each processing activity. For example, employee onboarding, payroll processing, and marketing to customers. Why you process the data? Is it for business efficiency, because of a contract, to comply with a law? Where your processing will take place, that is, a physical location or virtual environment. When your processing will take place, is it continuous, daily, weekly, monthly? Who will carry out your processing activity, yourself or another organization? Step 2. Analysis of each processing activity. In this step, you analyze each processing activity to see if your processing follows the Data Protection Act. Some of the areas you can assess include whether you adhere to the data protection principles, whether you have a legitimate interest in processing the data, if your processing is necessary and proportionate, if you adhere with the requirement for privacy by design and default, and how your processing affects people's rights. Step 3. Analysis of all the activities as a whole. Third, take a bird's eye view of all your processing activities to see how the various activities affect data protection. This will help you identify any risks. Step 4. Risk determination. Fourth, once you have identified all your processing activities and ecosystem, you can proceed to identify the risks involved. To classify those risks as either low, medium, or high, and to establish measures for mitigating the risks. Step 5. Reporting to management. Fifth, prepare an impact assessment report containing a description of all your data processing activities, an analysis of each activity and tests you have used, the overall analysis of all your processing activity in your organization, a risk determination and recommendations to management. Risk determinations and recommendations on steps you need to take to address the risks. This DPIA report is used to seek approval from the Data Protection Commissioner if the data processing activities are found to be high risk. The DPIA report can also be published. Step 6. Monitoring and evaluation. Finally, data protection is a continuous process, not a one-time event. After the DPIA, you should still carry out monitoring to track your data processing activities, identify data protection incidents, and anticipate any incidents. You should also evaluate how well the data protection mechanisms you have put in place work. For an in-depth review of the steps, please visit the CIPIT website to access the DPIA handbook. The Center for Intellectual Property and Information Technology Law, CIPIT, is an evidence-based research and training center based at Strathmore University to study, create, and share knowledge on the development of intellectual property and information technology, especially as they contribute to African law and human rights.